You're now about to watch Stargell's World with your host, the Bonafide G, Certified True, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Carlos Stargell, the last. Soon as they named him, they brought the load.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him.
Please subscribe to my channel.
I gotta tell him a little bit right here.
I got a lot of good shit to tell you all this evening.
You have heard so much about him, but in a few minutes you're going to hear from him. Yes. I gotta tell him a little bit right here.
Timmy, say something.
I like to hear that.
Tell me what's really going on.
No one can do it better.
I gotta tell him a little bit right here. I like to hear that.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? How y'all be? Welcome to another episode of Stargell's World with me, that Bonafide G, Certified True, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell out what's real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last. Cause after they made me, they broke the mold. Birthday shout outs. Everybody whose birthday today, November the 20th. Happy birthday, and may God bless you with many, plenty more. And I want to give shout outs to everybody all around the world, all across the country, the state of Georgia, every city, and mainly the Atlanta area. Yeah, before I give this shout out, I just want to mention the weather in Burlington, North Carolina. Okay, it's 57 degrees here in Burlington. Feels like 57, so they say. The participation is 10%, wind 2 miles per hour, humidity 57%, and air quality is good. Praise the Lord for the good air quality. Oh yeah, now back to what I was saying. Want to give a shout out to my cousin in Georgia, LaShondra David Bass. Talk to me, say something.
Yeah, cuz, I had to give a shout out. To my cuz. This first time I heard from her, in years. I ain't seen or heard from her in years. And back in the day, we were tighter than polygrip without them corroded dentures.
Talk to me, say something.
Yep. And look, now she has, but I understand because she has her own family, her husband, her daughters, etc. So I understand. Cause sometimes you got to be head of your family too as well. You know what I'm saying? But had to give a shout out. But I'm gonna tell you something about how we found, like I told you, our cousin who lives in Columbus, Ohio. I'm not gonna mention no name due to the respect I have for their privacy. Anywho, I remember we started going to the same church at Evergreen back in the 80s. One day we had to go sing down in a church in Greenville, Georgia. Yeah, not too far from where the Stargell family from. So speaking of, we was on our way there. I was driving, of course, and he was like, I have some family live down that way, especially in the Woodbury area. I said, what's your people's name? Stargell. I said, who you related to? That's a Stargell. And when he went to mention one of our cousins' name, I was like, stop. I was like, that's my dad's first cousin. We looked at each other, we like, what? But at the same time,
It made our day and put a smile on both our faces. And check this out. And after we left the church, we had stopped down by where my granddaddy, not too far. And my granddaddy was like, "You didn't know that big head boy was your cousin?" I said, "No, sir." And then what really got me was when my granddaddy, I'm telling you this too, LaShondra, if you watching. My granddaddy told my cousin, who I called out LaShondra, my cousin in Columbus, Ohio, his brother, and my granddaddy told them how I used to pronounce biscuits when I was a little boy. He told them I used to pronounce them siskets, which is true. But he didn't have to tell them that, though. I told my granddad, I said, "Now, why you had to bring that up?" I said, "You know I had a speech impediment growing up." He said, "Can't tell now." I said, "Yeah, well, thanks to God for my voice changing. That it helped out a lot. You know what I'm saying?"
Talk to me. Say something.
Because when I had that squeaky voice, I felt like I had a speech impediment because a lot of words I could pronounce. And then the squeaky voice didn't do nothing but add fuel to the fire. Now that after my voice changed, I started speaking a whole lot more clearly. And like I am now, see, this tone sounds better than that squeaky tone, I can tell you that much. And believe it or not, y'all, I've been sounding like this ever since I was 12 years old. Yeah, that's true. Since I was 12 years old. I mean, when I got it, by the time I got in high school at Clarkston High in the 9th grade, now, yeah, I was teased about my voice. But believe it or not, it wasn't so much of the students. It were more teachers who teased me because I had a deep voice. You know what I mean? So, I didn't get mad. I didn't get upset. I just gave him that look like, "You gonna get enough." And you know my tone of voice. I got a deep voice. I looked at him like, "Y'all gonna get enough from this with my damn voice." But I ain't say damn in school because, you know, back then, I don't know about these kids today, but in that era when we were kids, we had sense enough to know when to stay in a child's place. And we didn't try to get all in grown folks' faces and stuff. Hey, well, why we want to look at them anyway? Come on now. So that's why I hate to say it, but a lot of kids who didn't listen, look how they turned out. I mean, come on, I ain't got nothing to do with it, but on the real, for real, on the real, I'm just gonna say this right here. It's everything, when you're coming up in life, it starts at home. No job, it starts at home. And you know, I agree with that 110%. I mean, you could tell how they was raised, because like I said, it's the home, you know, the home upbringing at home. But then, you know, like you say, a person that can be so popular with people can have a whole lot of bullshit that ain't telling nobody. For example, I'm not trying to get into religion, but I'm gonna say this. Just like them so-called preachers and lawyers and doctors, to tell you the truth, anybody, they put their kids on the pedestal like they wear halos and don't wear horns. Them the ones that always get their heart broke because they put so much emphasis on them. They turned out to be hurt and disappointed.
Talk to me. Say something.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, just like I tell anybody else, I don't talk about nobody else's kids because I don't want nobody talking about mine. And look, and I'm not gonna down nobody else's kids either, because I'm gonna tell you, this goes for me too as well. They don't wear horns. No, they don't wear halos. And they damn sure don't wear horns.
Talk to me. Say something.
Hey, y'all know I'm telling the truth on this, y'all. I mean, they put more people on the pedestal, and I always end up getting disappointed. God help them, and God bless them as well. But hey, it is what it is. Like I was always told, a hard head make a soft ass, and they ain't never lied.
Talk to me. Say something.
And before I close out, I'm just gonna say this. It never hurts to listen. I mean, some people you can and some people you can't. But it's up to your intuition. It's up to you whether you want to take heed or not. If you feel like it's gonna help you in the long run and save your life or whatever, listen. If you feel that it don't, learn it. You might have to learn it the hard way. And I'm gonna say it again. Hard head, make a soft ass. Well, I'm about to shut it down, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, boys and girls, and millions of y'all all in around the world. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to tune in, check out, and watch this episode of Stargell's World with the bona fide G, certified true, Atlanta, Georgia born, coming to you straight out of Burlington, North Carolina. Not afraid to yell I was real, nor speak what I feel. Carlos Stargell, the last, cause when they made me, they broke the mold. And those who haven't subscribed, if you find it in your heart and you feel it in the depths of your soul, please be so kind to hit that like and subscription bell. And I really would appreciate that as well. Live chat, open and available. And guests are welcome too. Or you can just leave your comments on the live chat. I mean, I respect that. I'll be satisfied and that will be acceptable. Well, depends on how I feel. Or if God's willing, I may or may not be back to do another show later on. But if I do, y'all will be notified. And the ones who watch, y'all will be notified in advance. So until the next time, God bless you. I love you. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves and each other. Have a good day, a better day tomorrow, and a prosperous week to come.
See ya.
And I ain't trying to be you.
Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching this channel.
See ya.